before dispatching, and after looking at it, I expected that the repair that the customer made would peel right off. I was wrong. The customer literally molded a plaster cast over this copper pipe, and I'd entered his home with a bucket preloaded with the tools that I thought that I needed. So it's like 2 degrees outside right now, and every trip back to the van for extra tools is painful. Since that repair went all the way into the slab next to the floor, I had to break out the M18 hammer drill. We need to expose some clean copper to get enough meat on the pipe for a new fitting, which means chipping up a little bit of this concrete out of the floor just to get some working room. Once I cleared the concrete, I got to work with the sand cloth to get that pipe back to its original shine. Once I got that copper cleaned up, I made a flush cut with the multi-tool to get the old piping out of the way. And there was some water left in the line, so I'm going to take a vacuum and just vacuum up that little bit of water that's coming out right there. I'm going to be moving upstream now to make my second cut, and there's still a little bit of water left in there, so I'm just going to catch it with this bucket here. Now I'm ready to make the repair, so I'm going to deburr the pipe and slide this coupling on. This thing wouldn't go on by hand, so I had to take my pliers and hammer it in like this so I could get it fully seated all the way to that stop in the coupling. I noticed that the pipe really wasn't coming out that straight out of the ground, so when I went to go put that close quarter jaw around the coupling, I could kind of already see that it wasn't going to fit. So I'm going to throw a C-rag over to the 3/4 copper so no rocks get thrown in there and remove some more of that concrete so we can get the Pro Press tool in here to make the proper connection. Now that I can get that tool in, we can finally move on with the rest of this repair. I'm going to be completing this job by fitting the copper upstream of the floor using a 90 and a slip coupling to bridge the gap between the two. And this will give the customer a permanent solid fix that actually belongs here. Now we're going to press this copper all together and get this customer's water turned back on. What I thought was going to be a simple 10-minute repair took almost an hour, but regardless, the customer is happy and their water is back on.